Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making some granola and I thought that I would show you how I make it. This recipe is inspired by Caitlin Shoemaker. She had a video recently about how to make simple granola, and I'm using that recipe with a slight variation, so I just thought that I would show you how to make it. Her channel will be linked below. She has a lot of vegan food content, and it's a pretty easy granola recipe and it's so delicious. I've made it before and I have also typed out the recipe before as well, but let me show you how I get it. No, how I make it, not how I get it.
How I get it done.
How I get it done. Let me show you how I make it. The thing about granola is that you only need 4 cups dry to 2/3 cups wet. And so honestly, whatever 4 cups of dry you want, whatever 2/3 cups of wet you want will work. Today I'm using 1/3 cup maple syrup. And 1/3 cup almond butter. To the wet, you want to add your seasonings, and that is because it's easier to mix into the wet versus mixing it when all the dry is in there. So you're going to take 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a full tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice, and you would also want to add some vanilla extract. But I am out of vanilla extract, so I'm just gonna omit that for today's granola. And in addition to the pumpkin pie spice, you also just want a dash of cinnamon. And then you're going to whisk all your wet together until it's all, the seasonings all incorporated and the almond butter is a little bit more runny because of the maple syrup. Once you have your 2/3 cup wet, you're going to basically get 4 cups of dry. So I added 3 cups of oats. Now I'm going to add just shy of 1 cup of almonds. So I'm filling the 1/2 cup, a little bit less than halfway, so 1/4 cup of almonds after I put 1/2 cup. And then I'm going to fill the rest of this scoop with pecans, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Once you have all your dry in on top of your wet, you're going to use a spatula this time just to mix it all together. Once you feel like everything is well coated, you're going to transfer it to a greased or lined cookie sheet. If you like your granola to have clusters, that's one way to achieve that is by pushing the granola down into the cookie sheet. If you don't like clusters, don't push down on the granola, and that'll leave it more loose. But by pushing it down, you'll get those delicious crunchy bits. And so once you have pushed all your granola down, you could use a spatula too if you don't like to get your hands dirty. You're going to place on the lowest rack of your oven at 325 degrees for about 20 minutes, and then we will flip after that. So I just took it out of the oven after 20 minutes, and what you're gonna do is just kind of break it up, stir it around, just so that way the outer side can get to the middle and the middle can come out to the side. If you want your bigger clusters, you don't wanna break it up or stir it up too much because it'll break up those clusters. And so once you've kind of stirred it around, you still have some of these big clusters, like that one is still pretty big. You just, again, want to kind of press down onto the cookie sheet if you want the clusters. Don't push down if you want it loose. And then we'll put it back into the oven for 7 minutes. So after 7 minutes, your granola should look like this. It should have some larger clusters in it and some looser bits as well. But as much as you want to eat it right now, you do have to let it cool. The thing about granola is when it first comes out of the oven after the 27 minutes, you'll be like, well, it's not crispy enough, and so that actually happens as it cools. It will crisp up. So you definitely just want to let it sit, cool down, and you can enjoy it on top of a smoothie bowl. You can enjoy it in yogurt. You can also have milk with it and eat it as a cereal, but it's really easy to make, really delicious, and it's using stuff that's already in your pantry. If you have walnuts, you can use walnuts. If you have almonds but not pecans, you can use more almonds and less pecans. As long as you have the 4 cups of dry oats and nuts mixed together, you can really do any combination you like. And you could also put any types of seasonings you like. I've seen people put turmeric, stuff like that. If you do want chocolate in your granola, you do want to wait until it's done cooking. So right now would be the time you would put chocolate chips if you want chocolate. And if you did put chocolate chips, you could either leave it as is, or you could mix it so the whole thing gets chocolatey. You could also add dry fruit at this point. I don't like to do that. I just like my granola plain like this. But it's so versatile and delicious. Definitely store it in a mason jar. This much granola probably lasts me about 2 weeks when I eat it regularly, but it's definitely delicious, and I encourage you all to make it. So thank you for watching today's video. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.